Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is getting drugged into old ways, what you can do about it.
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is getting drugged into old ways, what you can do about it. So, I have worked really hard on getting into a good place all the time and not letting things affect me, right? And I recently was on a vacation and I came back. Actually, before we came back, my husband noticed that we were getting charged for these subscriptions from Amazon Prime that we didn't sign up for. And they were different channels like Cinemax and a couple of other ones. Or no, there was two of them. Cinemax was one of them. And anyway, so we got back and we called them up on it. And it's frustrating because this has happened a few times before, but it had been a few months before it happened. And I was like, we are not signing up for these. We're not. This is what I'm telling you on the phone. And I was getting more and more worked up. Like, well, you had to have pushed the button or signed up for it. It wouldn't just happen to you. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, things like this happen. It's set up to happen like that sometimes. But that's just my conspiracy theorist part of me, knowing that things like do happen, right? And so I was just getting more and more worked up, and I was getting angry and frustrated with them. And they gave me the money back, but meanwhile, they're like, "Well, you did click on it." I was like, "No, I didn't click on it," right? And so, anyways, we get the whole refund set up. They refunded us for the 2 months that it was charged, and we got off the phone and I told my husband, I said, look, let's go into Amazon Prime and see, Prime Video and see on the TV. So we go in and I click on nothing. I click on nothing. And I'm just scrolling through. I'm like, see, I don't know. Could somebody accidentally have clicked on it? If so, that's still really simple for somebody to be able to, just click on a video or a show and not know you're going to be charged for it. Because that was my argument before. I said, well, how is this happening? Maybe we are accidentally clicking on it. So you can go on, Amazon Prime. It has all these other things that sometimes you don't realize what it is. So I didn't click on anything. I said, I don't know. So we just got out because I didn't want to risk it. Well, I happened to go right away and check my emails for some reason. And there it showed that I had just signed up for Outdoor Living, another Amazon Prime subscription. I got so angry. I was so angry because I just dealt with it. I was getting more and more worked up. And then this shows up, right? So I get on the phone with them again, and I'm like, look, this is ridiculous. I did not sign up for this. I just got off the phone with you, and now it's showing that I have subscribed to this one. I did go in to the Amazon Prime Video, but I did not click on anything. So the guy wants to share screen with me on the TV and show me like what can happen. So we go in and he's like, okay, well, click on this one. So I clicked on it and then it brings up, you get another opportunity to decide, do you want to subscribe to this? Which I didn't click on anything, right? So I said, I didn't do that. And I'm still getting more and more angry at this. So anyway, I was like, what can we do? I don't want to deal with this. In the back of my mind, I'm like, let me go backtrack now. Earlier in the day, I had seen a post where it said, don't get dragged into the drama. Don't go into this negativity, right? Because yep, things happen to us. And I remember thinking, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Because I really worked on myself. I'm good. So in my mind, when I'm arguing with the guy, I'm like, this is not okay. I'm thinking, this isn't going to do anything because the people they have answering the phones don't know what they have set up to happen, right? I literally just went into the Amazon Prime on the TV and it signed me up for outdoor living. He's like, there's no way that happened. I'm like, it did. So they have all these excuses set up because honestly, the poor people who are answering the phones, they don't know that that's what's happening. Okay. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, don't keep arguing, don't keep, and I wasn't being, mean. But I was frustrated and angry, but not at them. I said, this is ridiculous. Anyway, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, you got to stop, Tracy, because this is going to get you nowhere. So we got that stopped and refunded again. So then, went on with my day, except as after I got off, I was like, okay, my little monkey mind's going to go, okay, we're going to send an email to Amazon Prime and let them have it. Tell them that this is ridiculous, that they're scamming people because they're signing you up. And some people don't even pay attention to their credit cards being charged. And so they're getting away with getting all this money. And then I was like, this is silly. You're being drawn into the drama. It got me worked up. It probably raised my blood pressure. It made me more frustrated. It made me more angry. And so I had to just back off, right? I just had to back off. Now, part of me thought, well, how, and I talk about this all the time, but how am I going to, not get this to happen? Well, here's the thing, right? We can't stop these things from happening to us, but we can stop how we react to it. Because what happens when we react in the frustration and anger, we are more drawn into that. We get more upset and angry. It affects our physical, our mental, emotional health. And then guess what? We are drawing more of that to us, right? We're just drawing more of that to us. And that's what happened. I got worked up. And then what happened? I got another one charged to me, another outdoor living channel that I wouldn't have gotten. Not that I don't like outdoor living, but I don't need to pay a subscription to get it. I don't like it that much. So it's all in how we react and to live in this crazy world we've got, right? Because it's a beautiful world, but we're giving these circumstances that we have to overcome and live with and know that we don't have to get upset. We don't have to get worked up and still function and take care of it. And, we are manifesting the life we have. And when we get angry and upset at those type of situations, we're just drawing more of that to us. Rather, if we just go through, if I just handled it and say, look, I didn't sign up for this, I need it refunded and let it go because they don't really argue too much. They're like, well, somebody must have signed up for it. Or this was on somebody else has a cube that's tied to your account and that's what's happening. They have all these reasons. And I'm like, no. So just get it taken care of, get it yourself refunded, and then go on. Don't sit in the anger and frustration that it happened or keeps happening, right? Just take care of it and move on neutrally. I'm not saying bury it and don't, you can have the frustration and anger, but don't sit in it. Let it go, right? Know that everything's going to work out and these are just things maybe your soul set up for you to see, oh, how's she going to handle this one today, And I've worked on a lot of things and I've come a long ways, but this is one of them that really still just got me. And that's why I wanted to share it with you because we all have those things, on our healing journey where we're being shown, like, okay, so where are you at? Did you really, really get there to where you can not get worked up and angry about stuff? You know, Depending on our day, we're always going to have those situations though where we might be triggered a little bit, even if we're pretty far on the healing journey. And so just remember that, right? But remember, if you see a sign, this is the other thing. That's why I wanted to do the video is if you see a sign that you like I saw where it says don't get drawn into the drama, pay attention because I was being warned before I had even dealt with any of this. I was being warned, don't get, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm not going to get drawn into the drama. And sure enough, I did. Sure enough, I did. So, just pay attention to yourself, how you're reacting, and try to keep yourself in the better spot and know like you'll get through it. You don't have to get angry or upset. And that if you do, then try to stop yourself. I mean, I eventually stopped myself, but I so badly wanted to get mad and I wanted them to understand me and to get it right. That was like so the old me. That's not where I'm at anymore, right? So just pay attention, see what you're being shown to and that you need to work through, right? And don't be drawn into the drama. If you feel like even if there's some like your girlfriends are all gossiping about something, pull yourself out of it because we are innately we do that, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you feel good when you are drawn into these things. Okay. I want to share with you the sponsor of this video. It is the X39 Lifewave patches. These are amazing. And I want you to know I don't share anything or recommend anything unless I use it for myself and I totally love it. Okay. I don't do any of that. These I love. My mother, my husband, and I have all been on them since August. And immediately what I noticed was much more energy in myself. I had much more energy to get things done and just felt a lot of energy during the day. And I didn't get tired in the afternoon like I would sometimes. And I also noticed in myself that I had a mole up here and it just disappeared, right? And I had a few more like later that happened too. And then I noticed that I had a cut on my hand and it healed really quickly. Okay. And then so with my mother, she is almost 80 and she would get tired in the late afternoon and take naps usually around 2, 3, or 4, right? And once she got on these patches, she no longer needed the nap. She wasn't taking naps anymore. She was had more energy herself and was more well rested. And then finally with my husband, and these are just a few of the results, okay? Finally with my husband, he had a lot more energy. He's been retired and he kind of would got in a slump and he had a lot of energy once he got on these patches. He a couple of days after getting on the patches, he pulled his shoulder out of his socket, which he's done before. He popped it back in anyway, and it bruised horribly. He couldn't lift his arm up. He hurt it pretty bad. It's something he does a lot. And the next day, he was able to lift it halfway up. And then the day after that, he was able to lift it all the way up again, which that's never happened when he's dislocated his shoulder. And there was tons of bruising all the way down his shoulder, and that cleared up. And it was much lighter like the second day, and it cleared up much quicker. And he just healed so much faster after being on these patches. So here's what they look like. And you just take it off and you put it on. Well, this is one place you put it is the back of the neck. And I hope this is going to show up in the video right there. Back of the neck is where I put mine. And you can put it on your stomach. And there's many other places you can put it, but there is information in the description below on these patches. They are amazing. And I want to just give you what it says on the website about it, just so you have an idea of how it works and why it works. The technology of the X39 patches is phototherapy. It gently stimulates the skin with light, which stimulates the natural flow of energy in the body, which improves the health in the body. So like I said, we've had amazing results. I love them. My mom loves them. My husband loves them. I have quite a few other people on them and they've all had amazing results. It's helped improve their health and helps them recover quicker. So if you have any questions or interested in them, go ahead and reach out to me. All the information to contact me is below. There is also a Start X39 website. You can go check it out. Or if you just want to order it, there's a link to order it in the description below. But check them out. I am been so happy on these patches. So in the description below, you sign up, there's a free healing meditation for you. You just sign it up and you'll receive it in your email. Also in the links below or the description below, there's links to contact me if you would like to work with me or have any questions, or you feel like you need more than what the videos are giving you. Those links are in the description below. And also, if there's any topics you want me to talk about, you reach out in the links below. And like, share, and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it. Now go do something you love. Every day do something you love, whether it's sing, dance, run around the yard. Do at least one thing that you love that lifts you up. And then look do one thing of self-care, drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate. Do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything and in everyone. And when you see something in someone that stands out to you, say it to them. And then finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you're going to see a difference in your life. That's what I've got for today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.